Hey everybody, this is Ian. I want to welcome you to another episode of the weekly inspirational chat where we have been focusing on the attributes of the fruit of the Spirit and how we can apply those attributes to our daily lives to help us make it through these trying times. Today, we will be focusing on that one attribute that seems to be in short supply. Yes, that one attribute that is the opposite of pride. Why? Because everybody wants to take care of their own situation in their own time, in their own way. Now, if you guess that attribute to be long suffering, you are right on target. We live in a world where it doesn't take much to write people off. And that tends to happen because there's a lack of long suffering. So, what is long suffering? Long suffering is to endure unwanted situations long and patiently. Now, what is the difference between long suffering and patience? Well, you may say they are one of the same or one is a subset of the other. And yes, you are correct. Patients tend to focus on that individual who is exercising that patient. Long suffering, on the other hand, focuses on external entities that brings unwanted situation to us. So for example, in the Bible, the lady who had the issue of blood, she had that issue for quite some time until she met Jesus. She hung on until she met Jesus. A personal experience. I remember when I was applying for a job. I had over 150 applications, lots of interviews, and nothing landed. But I kept at it. I kept persevering. I kept that long suffering going. I kept the prayer going. And I kept the patience going until one day I got the right interview, and that interview landed me that job. And that job was a virtual job which allowed me to work anywhere in the United States and take care of my family. I kept with it. Now, I saw a quote, and it says the greatest life survival skill is long suffering. The greatest life survival virtue, is long suffering. And I really like that because any situation in life that we're dealing with is going to require long suffering. And what did we say about long suffering? It needs two other attributes to go with it, or two other virtues to go with it to make it effective: prayer and patience. So once you have prayer, patience, and long suffering working together, then that's a great life surviving virtue that will take you through trying times. Long suffering is needed every day as we deal with our fellow humans, our fellow man. We need long suffering. Without it, there will be backbiting. Without it, there will be fighting and arguing, backstabbing, and the list goes on and on. The Bible gives many examples of long suffering. And I like how the Bible puts it in perspective. One verse that comes to mind, a chapter and verse, is Romans chapter 5, verses 3 to 4. And it says, "More than that, we rejoice in our suffering, knowing that suffering produces endurance. And endurance produces character, and character produces hope." Friends, there is hope in long suffering. I will see you on next week as we continue our chat on the fruit of the Spirit and how we can apply those fruit to make it through these trying times.